Welcome to our lesson today. I'm teacher Cleophas, and in our lesson today we shall discuss the particulate nature of matter. The aim of this lesson is to show that matter is made up of tiny particles, to show that particles of matter are in constant random motion, and to show that the rate of motion of particles of matter increases with temperature. What is matter? Matter can simply be defined as anything that has mass and occupies space. There are three states of matter, namely solids, liquids, and gases. In this lesson, we shall carry out some activities, and our first activity is to show what makes up matter. In this, we cut a piece of paper into several pieces. You can pause for a while, then take a piece of paper, cut it into several pieces. Continue cutting all the pieces into as many pieces as possible. What do you observe? Our observation. Let this be our original paper. We cut this into 4 pieces. We continue cutting the 4 pieces into as many pieces. Let's continue cutting. So every time we observe that the particles get smaller and many. Our observation can be summarized as each time we cut the paper, the pieces continue to become more and more smaller and smaller. Suppose the process is continued, we would end up getting uncountable microscopic pieces of paper. This implies that the paper is made up of too many small particles. Activity 2. In this, we still show what makes up matter. Steps to follow. Partially fill a container with clean water. Carefully drop some potassium manganate 7 at the bottom of the container. Leave the setup for about 1 minute undisturbed as you observe what happens. This is our container. We put some water in it, then drop some potassium manganate 7 at the bottom. What do we observe? Our observation. We observe that the water gradually turned purple until all the water in the container was seen purple. Implication. This implies that potassium manganate 7 is composed of too many small particles that are in motion. We can conclude from activity 1 and 2 as follows. Matter is made up of tiny particles that are ever in a continuous random motion. Particulate nature of matter means that matter is made up of tiny particles. These particles are ever in a continuous random motion. This constant random motion of the particles constituting matter is known as the Brownian motion. The motion of the particles is due to the kinetic energy that is possessed by the particles constituting matter. The smallest particles that make up matter are called atoms. Atoms can bond together to form molecules. Activity 3. To investigate the effect of temperature on the motion of particles. Suppose the temperature of the particles is increased. What happens to the motion of those particles? Steps to follow. Partially fill 2 containers with water, one with hot water and the other with water at room temperature. Simultaneously, put some potassium manganate 7 at the bottom of each container. Leave the setup for about a minute as you make observations. These are our 2 containers, one with hot water and the other one with water at room temperature, which is labeled cool. So we are going to drop down potassium manganate 7 at the same time. Then observe what happens with time. Observation. The potassium manganate 7 molecules spread faster in the container with the hot water. Conclusion. The speed of particle movement increases with temperature. Reason. At higher temperatures, the particles of matter have higher kinetic energy, which increases the rate or speed at which the particles move. Some exercise questions. 1. Define matter and name the constituent components of matter. 2. What do you understand by the term Brownian motion? Question 3. What does particulate nature of matter mean? 4. Explain what happens to the motion of particles of matter when heated. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like. If you found this helpful, kindly don't hesitate sharing with your friends so that they can also benefit. Goodbye.